Hey guys, it's Amanda from Amanda Loves Animals, and I have a video today that I don't want to make, but it needs to be said for myself and for many other people in the world, so I'm gonna make it. This is a story of my golden retriever Buddy. Passed away when he was 7 years old from being a puppy mill dog. If you know anything about golden retrievers, their lifespan is nowhere near 7 years. It's a lot longer than that. He died when I was 11, and putting him down was the worst day of my life. There's no doubt about that. And some people say you're supposed to get over it, you're supposed to move on. I was 11, I'm 18 years old now. It's been 7 years, but some things just don't go away. And yes, maybe it's because he died, but most of it's because he didn't die fairly. He should have had at least 5-6 more years with me. He could still be alive today. And his whole life he was sick. So I'm gonna tell you the story. I'm sorry, this is gonna be an emotional video. We got him when I was 4. We got him from a pet store back when it was legal and totally fine and shelters weren't really advertised. We weren't expecting a dog that day, but we fell in love with him. And we took him home, and I still remember that day very clearly when we introduced him to my German Shepherd, and my German Shepherd wasn't too happy there was another dog in the house. He kind of became the annoying little brother. My German Shepherd was older, more relaxed, more obedient, and Buddy was just a rambunctious little kid. He was very sick when we brought him home. He was always on meds his whole life, but when he was his first year of his life with us, he was so sick. Just throwing up, diarrhea, everything. I don't care if this is TMI, I'm telling you right now so you can understand. He would cry because he knew that he wasn't supposed to go to the bathroom on the rug. He knew he was supposed to go outside. So when he did, he would just sit there and he would just cry. And I try to tell him, it's okay. Like, it's not your fault. But what dog understands that? He would cry and cry and cry and cower and expect to be punished when that happened. But what was he supposed to do? He was so sick. I remember we had to give him pills. We always had to give him pills, but when we used to, I would wrap it up with ham and peanut butter and stick the pill in there. And he would eat the entire thing and then spit out the pill. He was always at the vet. To say he was my best friend is an understatement. That dog was my everything. As you can see, because it's been 7 years and I'm not over it. He was, he was very opposite of my German Shepherd. My German Shepherd was like protector of the house, obedient, most obedient dog ever, well trained, everything. And my golden retriever was just always getting into trouble. We had a gate. Before that, when my German Shepherd passed away, my golden retriever didn't know what to do with himself because my German Shepherd always led him along in life and taught him things, and when he died he was heartbroken. He actually developed the bark of a German Shepherd, believe it or not. He did not sound like a golden retriever. He had been raised by my other dog, and he barked like a German Shepherd, and he started acting like a German Shepherd, and it was kind of funny. And he protected me so much. We used to have a gate at the top of the stairs so that he wouldn't come upstairs. He wasn't allowed upstairs. And he'd move it, and he'd sneak into my room, and I'd wake up with his head on my pillow, and he would be wagging his tail when I woke up at like 3 a.m. and I would tell him to be quiet because he wasn't allowed upstairs, and he'd sleep with me. And then at like 5 a.m. I'd wake up early, and I'd sneak him back downstairs and go back to bed and pretend he wasn't with me that night because he wasn't allowed upstairs. He used to love being vacuumed, like with the hose. I would go up and down his body, like a little massage. And this is his toy, I'm holding it. But he was just crazy, always crazy. Like he just was digging holes in the yard, like biting on things he shouldn't be, scratching on things he shouldn't be, jumping on people. But like that was him. Like he was always that dog that like was just crazy, like, and he was the opposite of Benji. And when Benji died, my German Shepherd, my family didn't take it well, and I didn't understand at the time. You know, when you're 5, you think, you know, they're just going to the vet and they're gonna come back, and he didn't. So he was my dad's like best friend, and when he died, I think a lot of my family resented my dog Buddy for not being Benji, not living up to his expectations. And when he died, Buddy became my dog. No one else really associated with him besides my mother, but I guess, you know, he wasn't their expectation of this great dog. He wasn't obedient and wasn't, you know, all that stuff. But like at the same time, he was like a really great dog. He wasn't a good dog, he was a great dog because he had a heart that was like unbelievably big. He loved everything, like children, everything. He was just loved everything. Loved when I came home from school, he just burst up and jump on me, and you know, he'd only like dig holes because he was really fat, because I would give him a lot of treats because he was so cute. He would dig holes to cool off, and he'd only scratch on the walls because he wanted to be let out in the living room with us. We had like a gate we'd keep him in. I don't know where this video's going. I guess I should get back on topic, but I just wanted you guys to get like a little feel of what he was like to me. A puppy mill killed my dog. A puppy mill killed my dog. A puppy mill killed my dog. I don't know how many times I have to say it for someone to listen. It's a cruel world full of people marketing animals for money. He died at 7 years old. 7! And he died as if he was 14, the way his body shut down. His organs started just going. Dry patches and just everything just started going, and his hips. He had really bad arthritis when he was about 5 or 6, and his hips started giving out when he was 7. He started falling down the stairs. I remember letting him outside one day to use the bathroom, and he just collapsed down the stairs, and he fell down the stairs. I was 10 watching this happen, and I just laid with him at the bottom of the stairs, telling him it was gonna be okay. I remember the day my mom told me we were gonna have to put him down. I never got to say goodbye to my first dog, the German Shepherd, because I didn't know he was gonna die. I didn't know that's what this meant, and knowing what it really meant now, that I'd never see him again, was unbelievably hard. That day, we kept pushing it off. You know, it was supposed to be done one Friday. I begged for another weekend with him. We just kept pushing it off for a month. And I just keep pushing it. No, Mom, we can do it tomorrow. We don't have to do it today. He's having a good day today. He's not as sick today. We can do it tomorrow. And one day my mom just said, we can't do it anymore. We can't just keep pushing it off. He's suffering. I latched onto him and I screamed. And I just begged my mom not to take him. Don't do it. I just kept saying, one more hug, one more hug. I was crawling on the floor after him. Just latching onto him, saying, let me have another minute with him. Let me have another minute with him. And when he got in the car, I lifted him up in the car and he just stared at me. And I ran down the steps and just buried myself into him. And he was crying. And I was heartbroken. I didn't realize until a few years ago that my dog, that it wasn't normal. But this wasn't how it was supposed to happen. I just thought, you know, dogs get older and you have to put them down. Because that's what a lot of people have to do. But not when your dog's fucking 7 years old. I'm sorry. I'm making this video for myself, for him. I don't know. When is this video really done? I've just told the story of my dog, of memories with him. I didn't really talk a lot about puppy mills, if that's what you're here for. I just need someone to get it. That this is what we're dealing with. This is real. That puppy mills aren't just some imagination, something that doesn't happen near you, so you don't have to think about it. They are killing dogs. He was so sick his whole life. From the time he got him to the time he died, he was on medications. He was at vets every month. He was throwing up his entire life. He was just so sick. I have more memories of giving my dog medication than I have more memories of taking my dog for a walk. When I was younger, I taught him how to play Simon Says with hand signals, but I would do them really low and close to my body so no one would see, and I used to fool all my friends that my dog knew Simon Says. I'd say like, Simon says sit, and I'd do the signal for sit, or I'd be like, sit, and I'd do the signal for stay. It was really funny. Thank you for watching. I guess this is just a tribute to him and raising awareness for puppy mills. If you take anything from this video, just know that my dog died at 7 years old. Golden Retriever. Grew up and was sick his whole life, medications his whole life, had arthritis by 5 years old. If you take anything, just know that we need to change this so that people can stop losing their best friends. I'm sorry this was so emotional. Thank you.